In mid-June of 2024, Chris and myself set out on Georgian Bay to paddle around Philip Edward Island. We put in at the Chickanishing River access and paddled counterclockwise around the Big Island, camping on Solomon Island, then beside Silver Island, then Barking Island, followed by 2 nights on Archer Island, and then the last night was near the put-in and back up the river to end the trip. Well, we're here at the put-in to get out on Georgian Bay and do the Philip Edward Island. Let's put in a nice little dock here now. Just about got the canoe loaded. The boat launch is over there. And looks like we got a pretty good day to start. A little bit of stuff still to load. And yeah, we'll get underway this adventure. I think we're going to try to circumvent the island if the weather permits, and maybe 6-7 days. Chris is just up getting a parking pass with tax. It's $18 now in 2024, and throw the rest of the stuff in the canoe and then we should be on our way. It's hot today. I think we're getting up into the high 20s, maybe hit 30 in some areas. I imagine it'll be a little cooler out in the bay. And then we got some windier weather coming this afternoon. We'll probably try to find a campsite before it gets too windy, and tomorrow doesn't look like a great day, so hopefully we'll find a good campsite. But yeah, put in here on the river and paddle out to the bay and then across to the island. Looking forward to it.
Have they done it before, did they say?
I didn't ask if they'd done it before. They are camping. And then she said, "What are you guys in?" And I said, "A canoe." And she goes, "Oh, you're braver than us." Yeah. They're going to go clockwise.
Oh, are they?
Because of tomorrow's weather.
Oh.
Which I said, we left ourselves that option. Hello.
How's the day so far?
Good so far.
Just started. How about yours?
Wow. This is cool.
I see that's coming.
I need my GoPro on this side. This is some...
Oh, it must be super shallow there.
Oh yeah, it's breaking, yeah. Huh. Some noise though.
Yeah.
Like you'd think there was fast water over there. And then where we are, it's gorgeous. It lifts you up a long way, eh?
Yeah.
Somewhat gently still right now, but it's still an odd feeling, eh, to go whoop.
Yeah, there's no braking waves, which is fun.
Yeah.
If it was braking, I'd be
Yeah. We'd be camping.
That's Georgian Bay up there. We're probably about 3 kilometers in to our trip. And here's all the little islands ahead of us. And the shoreline. It's beautiful. Lots of rock.
Well, we just took a look at the Hicks Island. See if there's a campsite. There's a few possibilities. It's supposed to be some bad weather tomorrow, so we want to be off a little tucked away. McClosh Mountains over there. We're going to paddle around these bays a little bit and see if we can find a campsite that's good, because we might spend a day, a lazy day tomorrow. We'll see. Beautiful out here.
We got a nice little spot nestled in the trees here. Pretty good shelter if we get some wind. That's looking west.
Looking south into Georgian Bay from Solomon Island, which is just off of Philip Edward Island. It's absolutely stunning. You don't know how there's no way pictures can do it justice. There's so much to see here. And this is looking north. The Lacloche Mountain range there. It's just gorgeous. Up on one of the high lookouts. Bit of a hike. But wow. You can spin around looking to the west and then back to the south over there. Got the potatoes cooking for the steak and potato opening day meal.
Gotta get that steak on there.
Yeah. The wind has died down. It's just beauty out here. Tents are down in a little hole. As long as it doesn't rain, we'll stay dry. The wind won't get us though. It's Chris enjoying some shade. And dinner time. And there she be. Steak, potato, ready to go. Had to get a plate and a bowl to hold it all. Must mean I'm hungry. Good morning, Georgian Bay. And Philip Edward Island over there. We're just across from it on Solomon Island. Spin around. You can see the Lacloche Mountains over there. But beautiful morning. First morning on this trip. We plan to spend 6 or 7 days paddling around the island. Want to do a little exploring along the way. And today might be a paddle day. We weren't sure if it would be, but it's looking like it right now. Just a quick breakfast today. Oatmeal and some dehydrated strawberries, I think, are in here. Yep. Boil that up with the strawberries, add the oatmeal, stir it up, and eat and go. Looks like we got a family of otters out there. They were just doing a lot of squabbling. A little quieter now. Somebody was in trouble, I guess. Well, paddling again. First night's done, packed up. It's only shallow here.
Yeah. Hard to see too right now.
Yeah. It's what time? 8:45. We're on the water, and we'll just go look for another campsite. We're not really heading for any place specific. Just make a little more distance, a new campsite to explore, and see what we find. Which way do you want to go? Out that way, the way we went yesterday?
We go around and up there, I think.
Okay. That is Philip Edward Island ahead of us.
Yeah.
Georgian Bay behind us. Yeah, we're on our way. Packed and ready. Let's see where we end up now. Looks like desert sand, eh?
Yeah. Like terraces too, eh?
Yeah.
You're zigzagging back and forth to get a bottle of water.
Well, we hit a little impasse. We thought we could get around a point that was too rough to paddle. We found a little narrow spot, and we're not very far, but somebody left a rock right in our way. So we're gonna see if we can just drag through this little bit of grass here. There's trees, so there must be land, and see if we can get across.
It might be better just go.
Well, the bay turned a little rougher than we wanted for the canoe and fully loaded. So we pulled into a little bay. We would like to get around that point over there, but we might be stuck here for a bit. See if it'll calm down. We could camp here if we have to. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad on camera here right now, but when we were out there it didn't. Real pushy. Got a little stank to it. Oh well, get my socks wet now. Hopefully it's not too slippery. No. Get away from here. Yeah. Too bad. Who knew you had to line a canoe in Georgian Bay?
We're pushing. We're avoiding that water.
Yeah. Just trying to avoid some real big waves. And I think this will get us to another bay where we can get a lot of distance again.
Bring your back into there?
Yep. Not too much more, but it'll just push through there. Yeah, I think our other option was to set up the tents and wait till tomorrow, or this evening maybe, or do this.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah, this keeps us moving forward. It's not even lunchtime yet.
Alright, I can get in here.
Alright, I'll hold her steady.
That looks cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. That is quite the rock, eh?
One of many rocks, just all carved out from the water.
This, I think there's an opening down here, unless it's closed off. The map shows an opening.
Because I peeked down there and it looks like it's just all this stuff, so I don't know if you get through that or not.
The topo shows an opening, and the satellite, it gets cloudy there because where it gets really narrow.
Yeah.
But if it's open, or you know, we might have to walk it like we just did, but that should put us in the Solomon. Oh, it's grassy. Maybe that's why it looked a little closed in. Grass to go through?
Yeah, we hope we're going the right way.
More grass? Yeah, we hope we're going the right way.
Looks like it on the map. It opens up again up here.
I think this is going to get us into Solomon's Way. Unless there's a bunch of trees across. Keeps us out of the rough weather anyway.
There's an anchor in the rock there.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, a couple. Another one on this side.
Oh, yeah. Must have been a little deeper at one point back in here.
Yeah.
Or that might have been anchoring log, like loads of logs there. Just miles and miles of gorgeous shoreline. Sculpted rock. Stunning.
Like the left of this rock?
Yeah, I think we're just trying to stick to this left shoreline right now.
Pretty open and flat up there, right?
Yeah. Well, we just stopped for a little lunch. Nice little bay there. You can see the Clash Island or mountains back there in the background, way back. Maybe I could zoom a bit. Way back there in the center. We were at this little bay here having some lunch. And if you do a little turnaround here, and that's out into Georgian Bay. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but there are some pretty good waves, some rollers and some breaking waves. We were out a couple of times to get around points, but it was a handful, pushing the canoe around pretty good. So we're sticking to the bays until it calms down a bit. Hopefully tomorrow. And just past Chris up here, that is Silver Island over there. And that's where there's a big rock just past there that you can either go out around or there's a portage, an option. So we're gonna have a look at those. I don't think we'll be going around today. We'll decide whether we want a portage or just camp. But yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see. We'll go out around this little point and that should put us into near, I think it was Silver Island. It's definitely getting windier out there. Even where we're protected a bit here, it's starting to pick up a bit more. But yeah, it's just gorgeous out here. Pollen in the air like crazy, all over my camera lens, all over everything. Lots of yellow. Tree pollen.
Look at out there, man. It's just,
Yeah,
just flashing straight up.
yeah, that looks ugly out there, eh? I'm glad we got a wall of rocks helping us. All we got in here is a few little rollers. So we wanted to get out around that point today and camp out there somewhere, but this little channel, big rollers coming in there, braking, it wasn't working. So we backed off a bit. We'll camp here, and it's pretty close to where we wanted to camp anyway. So we'll camp back here. Got a nice spot. The canoe's down there, unload. Chris is already at it. There's a little fire pit, a couple of fire pits up here. There's fire pits all over this little point. Got a little spot for tents in here. Out of the storm, a little sheltered. And tomorrow morning, hopefully it's calm, we'll get it around that point. But we'll set up in here. Might be some swimming going on today. Yeah. Well, Georgian Bay in all her beauty. She's telling us to stay put. And we're gonna listen. Take a little walk down here. Definitely lots to explore on this island. Well, here's what happened to us. We need to get around that point right there, and it's not happening in a loaded canoe today. Hopefully tomorrow's a little calmer, and we can get around there, and there is an option to do a little portage down in there. early start to morning. Hang on to my hat. Just gorgeous here though. Well, we're packing up, getting ready for day 3. It's gonna definitely be a paddling day. She looks a whole lot different out there this morning. And we'll get loaded up and get going, and we'll do the paddle around the big rock. No portage today, unless something surprises us. But yeah, just a gorgeous morning. Well, that's it for campsite 2. It's 8 a.m. and we'll see if we can do the paddle around the big rock. Skip the portage. Yesterday we couldn't even get out there. Today looks pretty solid. That's the bay there that takes you into the big rock portage. We've got pretty good water right now. I think we're gonna go out around, probably a little quicker. That's Garbage Bay down in there. We kind of thought it might have been named because a lot of trash blows in there, but it's just littered with rocks and shoals and the whole way in here into the bay. But that's the end of the bay, so there was no trash. It's just called Garbage Bay, I think because of all the rocks and shoals. Like we're just crossing over top of one now. Now this is us going around a rock sticking out from Hicks Island. A little bit of openness ahead of us, but we're going to turn back once we get around these rocks, and that'll get us past Hicks Island. Well, that's Hicks Island. Some real nice campsites on it. I would recommend. It's a little too early for us to camp right now, so we're going to carry on up into Beaverstone Bay. But good campsites there. We're getting a bit of rain. It's been kind of drizzling since not long after we started, but we can continue. It's supposed to get nice and clear and sunny this afternoon, so that should dry us out. And we'll just get a little farther right now. We've made good time every time we've been in the boat, so. Saturday's supposed to rain all day, so we got today and tomorrow to get somewhere to a good site for Friday night, being a good site, and set up the tarp and ready for a little downtime. I better help Chris paddle here.
Oh, we're fine.
And this is the mainland, Philip Edward Island on this side now. But we'll go around the point that's ahead of us, and that'll take us to Beaverstone Bay. Well, the rain's slowing down, but it's still coming down pretty good. We found ourselves an island to camp on. We pulled up in there, canoes there. Up here, everything's a little slippery, the rain. But Chris is unpacking a few things. Room for a couple of tents up here, I believe. We got a fire pit looking out that way. Probably time for some lunch. A little more island down around here. But yeah, not a bad spot. Hopefully it stops raining and we can dry out a bit. And then we'll move again tomorrow probably. It's supposed to be a good day. And then there might be a couple of days of rain. Well, time to set up the tent. Camp. So, this is where we're camping. Barking Island. And it kind of looks like a little puppy from this angle. So, a cartoon puppy. And that's in Beaverstone Bay. For dinner I got some freeze-dried chicken and rice. And some dehydrated cherry tomatoes warming up. They're softening up. A little fire in the firebox. Let that burn down a bit. And then get this water on. Dinner time. Couple hungry boys here. And this is our basic setup. Couple of tents, just had supper. I think we're gonna have a fire. Nice little island. Barking Island. Morning. It's a rather cool, breezy morning here on the Barking Islands. Wind's out of the north. I think we're gonna start packing up and move along again. All right, we packed up. We're on the water. It's only 7:45. That was Barking Islands, third night, and we're gonna shoot for Collins Inlet now and look around there, and then Mill Lake probably. So that is Sheep Island. That kind of marks the end of Beaverstone Bay, and just shortly we'll kind of make a turn to the west and head up Collins Inlet. It's supposed to 100% chance of rain all day tomorrow, so we'll probably try to find a good campsite set up and get cozy. We'll see. Well, we're coming to the end of Beaverstone Bay, and this is the turn to Collins Inlet. Very calm. But there it is, Collins Inlet.
Oh, it's just like last.
Yeah, yeah. We had a bit of wind before, but we're out of the wind now. It's coming out of the north mostly. So we're laughing.
They must have like old tote roads and stuff before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Logs down to here. That's a little dicey.
Yeah.
Oh, just gonna fall into here. Yeah. That was up there, Peter.
We just came to a quick stop. And we're just nosing around in the inlet here. Some old buildings. Falling apart, pretty much all of them. There's a little rapid there. And another one way out past it. It's not where we have to go, we can just go around. But I thought we'd come in for a peek anyway. There was a lodge over here, wasn't there?
Is there?
As well. This is the, what's the name of the river? Mazanazing River Lodge was here. This is the Mill Lake Lodge. Definitely looks like a happening spot. Well, I think we got our spot for the next night. This might be a layover day tomorrow. They're calling for 100% chance of rain all day. So it's not too much. There's room for 2 tents, a little tarp. It's got a fire pit. We're tucked in a little bit. Maybe a little low for the tents, but I think we'll be all right. An all-day rain's not usually flash. So, yeah. Pretty view. We're down in the lake, Mill Lake, kind of in the center of Philip Edward Island. And we'll for sure here one night. We'll see if we get the rain tomorrow they're calling for, then we'll be able to stay all day. Well, Chris is gonna make some bannock. He's got a little bit of bacon frying in the frying pan. Well, it's not frying yet, but pre-fried bacon. Just gotta warm it up. Some bannock, and I think he's gonna add a little cheese to that bannock.
I think I'm gonna open it up after and then put the cheese inside it.
All right. Oh, like make a cheese ball out of it or something.
Well, just a sandwich and then cut it like an English muffin in half and fill her up with cheese and bacon.
Cheese and bacon.
Cheese and bacon.
A staple. So for breakfast this morning, I got some scrambled eggs, some fried up hash browns, and no bacon, but a couple of pepperettes sliced up into the shape of bacon. Cooked on the fire. Got a beautiful calm day going out there, but I think we're having a layover day because it is supposed to pour this afternoon. So, bon appetit. We're on Archer Island on Mill Lake, which is the lake inside of Philip Edward Island. So still Georgian Bay water, I guess, or Lake Huron water. And we threw up some tarps, don't usually, but figured it was going to be a rainy day, so we did throw up some tarps, cut a little extra wood, and we're just hunkered in having a lazy day. Cook up some things that take a little more effort to cook. Shoot stories. A little fire going over here. So yeah, beautiful spot to have a day off anyway. Well, the rain that was promised has happened. It's coming down pretty steady now. No let up. We're all tucked away here in Margaritaville. Well, can we have some more rain, please? Sure, no problem. We just seen a kayak go by. Well, after 14 hours of heavy rain, they said 50 to 100 milliliters, I believe it. It was wet. We've got a little break and then it's supposed to rain again. So we're packing up, move to another campsite, and set up wet. It's supposed to rain again tonight and then sunny tomorrow. So we got a little window here. We'll take advantage of it. But it was a lot of rain last night, just poured all night. Well, after a layover day here on Archer Island and all night rain, all day yesterday rain, we just sat under the tarps. We have a little window, it's supposed to start raining again. We thought we'd move to another campsite rather than just sit here all day, so one day of sitting was enough. So we're off. We're gonna go down Collins Inlet a little farther, maybe check out the Pictographs, and then find a campsite along there. Getting close to back where we put in chicken ishing, and hopefully we can find a good campsite out of the elements a bit, set up wet, and have a night. It's supposed to rain again tonight and this afternoon even, and then tomorrow we should wake up to some sunshine, so that'll be our last little bit back to the chicken ishing, and that'll be the end of this Philip Edward Island trip. Got a little headwind here to get up to the channel, but it shouldn't be bad in the channel, we hope.
You want to go to the far side?
Yeah, let's. Seem to work for him. So goodbye, Archer Island. this is the rock where the Collins Inlet pictographs are supposed to be. We've heard they're a little washed away, a little faded, but we'll go slow by here, see if we can see something.
4 feet off the water.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see them.
They look like just symbols.
Yeah, I think that's the sunshine over there, right? Looks similar to the ones up ahead too.
Yeah, there could be stuff underneath this green shit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see stuff up here. Sort of.
Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff there.
Yeah, not great though. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think this will show up on a picture.
Yeah, I don't see anything there. Alright, I guess we saw them. Yeah, it's been growing for a few years.
Yeah, I'll say.
We are getting some more serious rain now. We're looking for a campsite, but they're few and far between along this section. Yeah, this says we've went past it. Little chop out here today.
Yeah, it's full right down the pipe.
Yeah. Little island hop up the far side. Well, we got ourselves a nice little campsite for our last night. Yeah, not too bad. We're not that far from Chinanishking access points, so we paddled up from Mill Lake to here. We'll stop. Tomorrow's supposed to be a nice sunny day. We'll get an early start. Everything was wet, so we got everything hanging out drying after that big rain. It rained and it rained and it rained, but a little bit of rain most of today and a little bit of sunshine now and some breeze. We'll take advantage, dry everything out. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. We'll do the last little paddle, get the access point. I think we're gonna go down and take a little tour around the village, Killarney, and maybe Killarney Outfitters too. But yeah, I'm set up here. Good to go. Well, good morning. We got a beauty day for the last morning. Help dry things out. Canoe, tent, excuse me, a few things drying. But wow, what a morning. Not much wind. We don't have too far to go today, so that is it. Yeah, it's been an awesome trip. Lots of fun, lots to see. Recommend it to anyone. It's a great paddle around Philip Edward Island. Lots to see out on the outside. Inside down the channel is pretty cool. Highly recommended. Great trip. Well, this is day 7 and we're on our way back to the put-in. We're just leaving our last campsite. We only got, what was it, Chris?
Just over 5 kilometers.
Just 5 kilometers. To the Chinanishking River. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. I think we've talked. We're gonna pop in, have a look around at Killarney Outfitters, and then go down to the town of Killarney. Look at that. We don't. We drive by the 637 to Killarney quite often, but neither one of us have ever drove down in. So while we're here, we'll take advantage. Have a look around. But yeah, this has been an awesome trip. I'm pretty sure Chris agrees.
Yeah, it was great. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Scenery is incredible.
Yeah, both sides really. I mean, the Georgian Bay side is stunning, but it was pretty cool coming up this channel too.
And not too busy at all.
No, no boats hardly. And wow, what a morning this is. We have a habit of the last days kind of the best weather day.
It has been that way lately, hasn't it? We had a good day when we started.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a good day. And that point out there is South Point, and Georgian Bay is beyond. And that's basically where we started our journey. Going around that point. Well, that's it. We're back. What a trip. Absolutely gorgeous day for paddling today, too.
Took up a half an hour to get here. Well, without the truck.
Yeah. It's a little ways down the river, not crazy, but... Here she be.
Oh, zero.
Killarney Park. And that is the end. We pulled it off. What a beauty day. We'll start unloading the canoe, get the truck over here, and that's that. Thanks for joining.